In our morning news now, a few traffic alerts for La Crosse and Onalaska area viewers this morning. State Road 16 near Landfill Road and Onalaska will be undergoing repairs due to the concrete buckling during last week's heat wave. Goddard Street between Caroline and Bainbridge Streets and Campbell will also be closed today for sewer work. That closure is expected to last for the next 2 weeks. Small business and nonprofit leader Rebecca Cook held a cookout in La Crosse. The event was held at Badger Hickey Park to help bring awareness of her campaign for the 3rd Congressional District seat currently held by Republican Derek Van Orden. During the event, Cook outlined some of the policies her campaign would focus on if they won the November election.
Making healthcare more affordable and accessible to folks. I'm hearing from a lot of people in this district concerns about affordable housing, so expanding community, federal community block grant, and then finally to increase the federal minimum wage to $15 an hour.
Cook plans to do a 19-county district tour to help drum up support for her campaign. The Coulee region's only synagogue celebrated a milestone. Members of the congregation Sons of Abraham celebrated their 75th anniversary of being at their current location, as well as the 150-year anniversary of being located in the La Crosse area. Members celebrated with beanbag toss games, a bouncy house, music, and of course, food. Rabbi Brian Surley talked about how the synagogue has changed over the years.
History is very important to Judaism in general. A lot of our holidays have to do with connecting to the past. Here in La Crosse, we're part of history, but we only get to hold it for a little time. This little piece of time. I'm here 4 years out of this 75. And so we get to hold it and carry it along for the future. We want it to exist for our children and our grandchildren and other generations as well. The demographics have changed a little bit. You know, as the older people, my generation retires and moves to Florida or moves to be closer to their kids in Madison or the Twin Cities. The next generation is taking over.
Members also celebrated by creating a time capsule which is scheduled to be open in 75 years. The La Crosse Area Family YMCA hosted their back-to-school drive at the Dahl Family YMCA. Families were able to stop by and fill their book bags with school supplies to help get students ready for the start of the upcoming school year. One organizer said the donations provided by the community helped different families with the different school supplies they needed.
We'd really love to thank the generosity of our community and the donations and News 8 for doing their Stuff the Bus event and getting a lot of supplies and donations yesterday. We went through thousands and thousands of crayons and markers and folders and paper.
One parent said that the drives like the back to school one are a major help for families in the community.
I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I needed some school supplies and I got word that this was going on, so we came out and it's actually helped a lot.
The Dahl Family YMCA was able to provide school supplies, clothes, and hygiene products for over 300 students. From school to the stadium, a local music teacher took his talents all the way to Lambeau Field. Hunter Evenson has loved singing for as long as he can remember. Growing up in Galesville, he sang in jazz ensembles, concert choirs, and a cappella groups. After getting his music education degree at Viterbo, he now teaches choir to K-12 students in the Norwalk, Ontario, Wilton district. In his free time, he still participates in local musicals and posts singing videos on social media. As a Wisconsin native, he's naturally a born and raised Packers fan, and he's recently found a way to bridge his love of singing and the green and gold. At the beginning of the year, he sent a video of himself singing the national anthem, not knowing if anything would come out of it. But in early August, he got the stunning message he'd be singing the national anthem at the Packers' final preseason game.
I was in utter shock because, you know, coming from where I am now, I just wasn't expecting a response.
Evan Evenson says it would be the biggest crowd he has ever performed in front of. It was also his first Packers game ever. Before his performance, he said he was focused on making his family and the Coulee region proud.
Pretty cool stuff there. Well, here's a check on your forecast for today. Temperatures warming up into the 70s by the late morning, followed by the 80s this afternoon under mostly sunny. Seasonable conditions today to start the new work week. Here's a check now on your 8-day forecast for tomorrow. A high of 86 degrees, mostly sunny. And then we're back into the low 80s for Wednesday and Thursday, followed by highs into the upper 80s Friday and Saturday. And then even hotter than that Sunday and Monday, temperatures potentially warming up into the mid to upper 90s. So we could be watching a heat wave here in the long range by days 7 and 8, Dua. So we'll keep our eyes on it.
Getting a little bit of what last week
Yeah,
was.
a little bit of a taste of what happened
Yes.
last week. So yeah, just get ready for that. They could be on the way again.
Oh, well, I'm fully prepared for the
You're
fall
fully
weather.
prepared. It's coming. It's right around
It
the
is
corner.
coming.
So-
I heard the leaves rustling over the weekend, and I pulled out my
there
thickest
you
sweater,
go.
and I was like,
What?
it's time to wear
Too
this.
early for that. Come on. It's still in August.
Well, thank you for watching News 8 Now this morning. Don't forget to keep up with news of the day on news8000.com. And we'll have the latest updates to today's top stories on News 8 Now at noon. Have a wonderful Monday. Welcome back. We'll see you back here later today.